Alright guys, we're here for another episode of, what's the show called?
Flick You.
Alright, he knows the name. Alright, it's me, CAMPO. I'm here with my friend, his name?
The talent, Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. He's got a voice for radio. So we're here on TV to tell you about internet things. Alright, today's episode is about Quentin Tarantino.
But first,
we'd like to tell you it's a Thursday night of a long weekend and
Happy Easter's.
Pretty drunken.
Happy Merry Easter's. Ooh.
Yeah, whatever. Merry Christmas and shit.
Jesus.
So we're talking Quentin Tarantino, QT, the cutie, Quentin Twins,
where are we starting with
Quentin
this?
Twenty Quanto.
Yeah.
So the question is, Tarantino?
Tarantino. Do you
Tarantino?
you guys Tarantino?
This is like a Good Mythical Morning episode. Does it Tarantino? Yes, it does.
All of his movies Tarantino.
Except,
Even some Rob Zombie movies Tarantino.
Okay, let's un-Tarantino this and let's not talk about the... There's one movie that doesn't Tarantino, but we'll get back to that. We're going to start... I guess we'll start in the beginning here. And let's talk about... What's the movie he made first? I don't know. You tell me.
I don't even know his first movie.
Reservoir Dogs.
That was the first one?
Well, technically he made True Romance, but he didn't direct it. He wrote it and everything and then couldn't direct it because he was making Reservoir Dogs and then decided not to, even though that's a pretty good movie, but it doesn't stand up with the Quentin Tarantino movie, so we'll just get right into Quentin Tarantino movies. Reservoir Dogs.
I was going to say, I didn't watch True Romance. I didn't know that was his movie.
Well, we're going to keep it out.
Tell it for me anyway. Never saw it. Reservoir Dogs, bro. Let's get into it, man. Mr. White.
These are about dogs?
In the reservoir.
In the reservoir.
Why did they give it that title? What? Like I get it, like LA Reservoir. Like
I guess that's got to be what it is.
Like, you know,
I'm not going to dig too deep into this and pretend I know, and then everyone's going to be like, "Hey, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about," because I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you should do that because then we'll get them fired up in the comments. Fire up those comments.
Fire up those comments. Burn it down. Burn this bitch. Gonna burn this mother down.
Burn him. We'll burn his motherfucking down.
All right, so Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, honestly, they'll get into. I mean, okay.
Can I just say one thing about Reservoir Dogs?
What?
Because you were gonna say something. I don't care.
Things.
2 things?
Two things.
Well, first of all, I love Steve Buscemi in this movie.
Yo, man, I love Steve Buscemi in every movie. Every time they get fucking Skeletor Crypt Keeper to be in a movie, I'm happy.
His rant on
tipping
is like,
it's the best. That's my favorite part of the movie. I think for like a good 2 years of my life, I base all of my tips based on that.
Let's just get through that because
for 2 years.
That's like rant or speech, whatever you want to call it. That scene of dialogue is one of the most memorable pieces of dialogue maybe ever in cinema. Like, I won't say it's the best, but memorable. It's definitely up there.
It's up there with Sam Jackson's speech.
Well, Sam Jackson always has a speech. It's usually about motherfucking snakes.
On these motherfucking planes,
or sharks,
trains, and automobiles.
Oh, I would have loved to see him in that with John Candy and Steve Martin. That would have been dope. You know, so, and also in that movie, we also have one of the most two memorable scenes. Okay, with the song. I don't know how it goes. When he's gonna cut the guy's ear off and he's like dancing around. Man. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Don't have the rights. But yeah.
I got the right to lay out a fresh taste.
And the walking scene. The scene where they're walking out of the bar or the cafe.
Yeah, that's like, dude, that's classic.
I have the poster on my wall.
Referenced and chopped and screwed and redone so many times, man. But yeah, that's dope.
And like, Reservoir, to me, my question to you is, what makes... In all seriousness, what makes Reservoir Dogs a special movie?
To me, I think it's the order that he puts it in, man. It starts off in the diner, like before, you know, like they're gearing up, getting their, like, you know, their breakfast in before the big job.
Introducing you to the characters.
Yeah, giving you the whole introduction, right? Yeah, literally like every character introduction, and then it just jumps to like everything's fucked up, job's done, everyone's scattered. Where do we go from here? And boom, you start the fucking...
And then the story unravels.
Yeah, the journey starts. But, like, you're just... It's unraveling from the end backwards, kind of. You're getting, like...
And to me, too, something special about it, it's also not that long of a movie, but the fact that there is action and violence in the movie, obviously, but the fact that almost the whole movie is just based on dialogue, which is something Kevin Smith also did with Clerks, and Tarantino always references Clerks as being a great movie, and this and vice versa with Kevin Smith to him. But the fact that movie's carried so much on just people talking to each other is unbelievable.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, you could rank a lot of movies on that, right? Like just that premise alone. Like, man, like if a movie can keep you entertained and like, you know, captivated, or even just listening, like for like the first 45 minutes, and the first 45 minutes are literally in a room like this. Like you guys are sitting here listening to fucking us. We am around for 45 minutes. We don't leave the room here. We don't leave the kitchen table. You know, if you can keep my attention for that long, but not even just keep my attention, like keep me interested, yeah, you have great dialogue. You have that's a good script, man. And if you have, plus throw in salt, pepper, freaking myriad art piece of great actors, which every Tarantino movie always has. Oh. You know what I mean?
And you know what the thing about him too is? He can take any actor, like obviously he chooses who he wants in the roles. He's very specific. He knows who he wants to play roles, okay?
Yeah.
But he can take people who are very relevant outside of those movies and make them stars for that moment. Like Michael Madsen, not that he's bad, but if you look at his body of work, all his best performances are Tarantino's, and the rest of it is just like he took any paycheck he could get outside of those Tarantino movies. And like he's great in that movie as I don't know his name, but he's Vega. He's the other Vega brother.
He wasn't he?
Yeah, and Tarantino was supposed to make a movie about the Vega brothers, but canceled it, and I don't know if he ended up making Kill Bill or Django. One of those movies was supposed to start. It started out as a Vega brothers project to talk about them before Reservoir Dogs, right? Because obviously he dies in Reservoir Dogs and the other one. Spoilers. All right, so
spoiler alert.
Not that we talked enough about Reservoir Dogs, but let's just keep the party rolling here.
Well, let's be honest. These movies have been out for a better part of.
All right, new movie, new drinks. So
Click it and sink it.
The next movie, the best movie, Pulp Fiction.
PF.
This movie has not just influenced some of but almost all of the directors that came after Tarantino. If you're a film student and you have not watched Pulp Fiction, just jump off something really high. Because
preferably a bridge.
Every little detail, from the dialogue to the scenes to the way that the story is completely separate, but always lets you know that something's in a crisscross.
Yeah, they're always tied in.
To the point where Uma Thurman makes a square. That's like memorable moments. I mean, like, Quentin Tarantino is a lot of his stuff is derivative from stuff from the past, but it's usually about stuff that, to the point where you wouldn't even remember that he's borrowing from something, but he turns everything into his own, and that was the resurgence of John Travolta.
It was, definitely.
He was on such a decline in his career until that moment, and I don't think he ever did anything like that. And Samuel L. Jackson, that's prime time Jackson.
I'll be honest with you, I personally, like, besides like Grease and maybe like a handful of other things, not even a handful, but like I'm not a huge fan of John Travolta.
Neither am I.
And like I said, like you said, everybody flourishes in a Quentin Tarantino film, no matter
exactly who the because fuck he can take. But he has made and established the career of Samuel L. Jackson from this moment. This is where it started, and you'll see this. Samuel L. Jackson will take any role that Tarantino offers him. Hey, you want to be the racist butler? Go ahead.
The house N-word.
Yeah, you want to be the racist butler guy that's racist to his own race? Like that, he was like, yes, Tarantino. Okay. You know, like, yeah, but he's willing to do anything Tarantino, and I would be too. Yeah. Like, not that he's a bad actor, because he's not. Compared to John Travolta, who I think is a trash bucket on wheels, Samuel Jackson has charisma, and he can lead a movie. But his roles in Tarantino movies are where everything is like, that's where it is for him. Like
those are
that's the important moments of Samuel L. Jackson's career.
That is Sam
Tarantino.
Jackson.
Yes,
I think Tarantino roles are like, that's like the Sam Jackson. That's what we want to see. You know what I mean? That's what we kind of like when we see him in any other movie. We kind of expect him, like, is he gonna pull a motherfucker? Is he gonna pull a crazy Die Hard speech with a gun in somebody's face? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he was great in Die Hard with a Vengeance, by the way.
I never saw him. I never saw Die Hard with a Vengeance. I kind of lost track.
Second best one.
Really?
Oh yeah. The second movie sucks, and then all the rest of the ones after that suck. But Uma Thurman is great in this movie. I think this is the moment when she became a star, was with this movie. Bruce Willis was good in this movie, and Bruce Willis since 2001 has been phoning in every performance that he's got, and he's willing to work on low budget movies, Nick Cage style, because he's an idiot. To throw your career down the drain is stupid, but Pulp Fiction is like a pinnacle. Every scene in this movie is like vivid and speaks to you, and you feel like you're there for this ride. And the fact that you can have so many different storylines but never feel like you're not part of the ride is crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like normally on a movie that you feel part of it is when you're following one person through their journey, but this movie has all these different journeys and you never feel like you're out of the loop.
No. But every single time you switch to the next part of the story, you're like, you almost kind of forget about the last shit that happened. And you're like, what the fuck?
A lot of things that
you gotta put the needle in her heart, but then you totally forget that like 2 seconds ago Bruce Willis just killed a guy in a boxing ring.
And the thing that throws over a lot of people that are not big like movie watchers is that even though the movie is in order, it's not in order. All the pieces are from different parts, and you kind of, the first time watching, if you're not a big movie person, you might miss a lot here. Because, like, the Vincent Vega scene where he dies is before the part where they're in the calf. I mean, it comes after the part where they're in the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, it shows you a lot of things before they happen and after they happen, and then you have to piece it together to understand this story. And listen, Pulp Fiction is a masterpiece of cinema. There's a reason it's in the top 5 or top 10 all-time on IMDb. There's a reason it would be in my top 10 all-time. It's one of the only movies I would give a 10 out of 10. It's premium.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, on that note, I think that's one of the. I can honestly say 10 out of 10 without just being like biased because it's a movie that I like. Like it's
to come off a movie like Reservoir Dogs and make something out of nothing. That was like not just something out of nothing. You made a great movie out of nothing, like almost no budget, nothing. Okay,
very low.
To go to Pulp Fiction when all of a sudden you started getting this money and not to make a stupid big budget movie, you kept your morals and you made an amazing movie that was better than you made better than good, which is hard to do nowadays, especially. But Tarantino's a special guy.
Say, but don't forget that's nothing that's come out nowadays. But everything he comes out with, be it nowadays or back then.
All right, thoughts on Pulp Fiction?
Just
final thoughts?
Fucking grade A cinema, man.
No kidding.
Just fucking stamp it. Grade A beef, man. All right. You can't beat that shit.
So I'll jump into the third movie, which is going to be tough for us since
I watched it once.
You watched it once.
I don't even remember the
he just admitted to me he did a full rewatch of the movies. I didn't, but I have watched them all 1,000 times. But he did a full rewatch to freshen up for this and didn't watch Jackie Brown.
So I don't give a shit about it.
This is the Samuel L. Jackson and Robert De Niro.
Just before we do this, I want to say that not that I don't give a shit about it. It's just like I didn't hear about it till like halfway through my fucking life, and then I watched it and it was way more than it was hyped up to be. Or way less than it was hyped up to be.
I caught on to Quentin Tarantino. I caught on to Quentin Tarantino right after Jackie Brown came out. So I get it because for me I'm older and I watched Kill Bill. Or no, I watched Pulp Fiction, then Reservoir Dogs, then Kill Bill, and then Jackie Brown. So I didn't even catch Jackie Brown during the time. But I always heard, oh, it's the worst one. Jackie Brown's a great movie.
It's exactly the order I watched them.
It's amazing. But Jackie Brown is a great movie. The thing is, it's compared to the rest of the Tarantino universe, it's the lowest one. And you can't deny that. But is it a bad movie? No. It's a movie everyone should see. It's a great heist movie. There's a lot of background to it.
I don't even remember that. It was a heist movie. The guy does not too many. Now that you can do too many, but he has a lot of heist movies.
So let's go. You have Robert De Niro. You have Bridget Fonda, I want to say. My brain's off. Samuel L. Jackson. Chris Tucker's in a scene for 20 seconds and he gets thrown into a trunk and murdered by Samuel L. Jackson. Do you remember that? He get in the trunk and he gets in the trunk and he shoots him and closes the trunk.
It's funny because I swear Chris Tucker doesn't come out to a movie unless Jackie Chan's in it or he's getting $5 million. So they got Chris Tucker to jump into a trunk and die. And it probably cost
just to throw you some Chris Tucker trivia here. That was me, obviously, the movie guy. Chris Tucker, if you look at his filmography, he's only been in like 9 movies.
Yeah, and I think 3 of them have been Rush Hour.
Exactly. Well, Money Talks is a great movie. If you haven't seen Money Talks with Charlie Sheen,
Money Talks
it's a great movie.
It's fantastic. That and fucking...
It's not really a buddy cop movie, but I would count it as a buddy cop movie because it's 2 guys that come together to solve something, so it falls into the category, but yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. That's what I was going to say, the Friday.
Oh, by the way, the new Friday that's coming out apparently has him in it, which is, I'm super jacked off for that. And there's also Rush Hour 4 is 100% confirmed
I saw
now.
that.
And
confirmed.
Shanghai, whatever. I'm actually happy for that. I know he's not in it, but I know I love Jackie Chan. So any chance to get Jackie Chan and you're gonna throw Owen Wilson there, you're like, hey guys, it's me, Owen Wilson.
You're right. That's totally random that you brought up fucking Shanghai right now, but yo, they're making another Shanghai.
It's called Shanghai Midnight or something like that.
Either way, they can call it Shanghai.
Guys,
penises and vaginas.
Do you love Quentin Tarantino like I do? Hi, I'm Owen Wilson. Wow. I seen a video of him. He's a skateboarder actually, and I watched a video of him that was like a cutscene from a biography or whatever, of like from a Thrasher thing or whatever. I'll show it to you after on YouTube. I saved it. It's crazy. It's like him like talking shit to like the Canadian guy. He's like, you don't even think I could skate, and he does an ollie, and then he skates off, and he does like a grind down a pole, and like comes back. It's like wow. And I was like, wow, you guys.
Wow!
Put Owen Wilson in a Tarantino movie already. Put him in a trunk and shoot him even. I don't care.
I was gonna say, do you think he's like earned it? But he's definitely earned a quick death scene.
Owen Wilson is a decent actor, comedic wise. Don't make him serious.
No, he is definitely, but he's.
Alright, but Samuel Jackson is dope in this movie. Robert De Niro gives a good performance for aged Robert De Niro at the point when he was not really like this is post Casino, Goodfellas. Right at the end of where I'm gonna keep doing good things and then everything's gonna fall apart. Like this is right after Heat. I'm pretty sure this is right after Heat.
Oh, then he was on the high rise of his
He was right at the tip
man.
of the height. Like you just had Casino, Goodfellas, Heat, and then Jackie
this guy
Brown.
could walk into any freaking pharmacy, pop 6 Viagra,
and then after Jackie Brown, he did Dirty Grandpa, and it all went downhill.
Dirty Grandpa was good. Come on.
That was a funny movie. You know what? He's the best part of that goddamn movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He knows Wu-Tang. He sings Wu-Tang.
Dude, he names off every single one. I'm like, bro, that was my favorite scene.
He's the best. You got Wu-Tang for life. Gang. Anyways.
I'll take that back because I hate that. I'm not gonna...
I just think it's funny. I like to say it because I think it's funny.
We're not gonna mention the name of who we're
not gonna talk about anyone.
Piece of shit.
But I drink alcohol and it's good for your bones. So, yeah, Jackie Brown, I don't have much here. Do you have anything on Jackie Brown other than I just say, guys, it's a good movie, check it out. I don't want to go too deep into it because he didn't really watch it, so I can't discuss it too much, but what you have...
Dude, no, discuss it. I mean, they deserve to know. It's not about me. It's about the fans.
No, just tell them what you think. Give me, like, what you remember.
I don't remember enough of it. Honestly, I don't. I remember who she looks like. I remember
Chris Tucker
gets shot in the trunk, and that was about it.
I gotta tell you guys something. He burned himself a bridge, and now he's gonna have to take another shot because we're immediately going to the next movie. And, yeah, so the next movie is, as you know, Killis Billis, the Thrillers from Manilis.
Bruce Willis should be in this.
No, he shouldn't. At this point, Bruce Willis sucks. So, Kill Bill. I love Kill Bill. Especially, like, we're gonna classify this not as one movie because I understand it's supposed to be one story, but there's a reason it's broken into 2. And I know he wanted to make it one, so it's not him who decided that. But in my opinion, it is a saga, and there is a part 1 and a part 2.
There should be a part 3.
Yes. With the girl to kill him off. But we're going to start at Kill Bill 1, and this is a masterpiece of a movie, a goddamn masterpiece of a kung fu movie made in the 90s when this was not a thing anymore. And this was the reason that they came back, and Jackie Chan and Jet Li and Chow Yun-Fat and all those guys started doing all those kung fu movies after this. Well, maybe Crouching Tiger.
Some of the shit that inspired Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino's things are very pulled from old mob
pop
movies.
culture.
Yes, pop
From
culture.
good,
period,
but not even, but like good pop culture.
He has,
you know, like
he has
good mobster
three.
movies.
He has
good,
three.
Good cinematic.
Let me say it. Let me say it.
Getting touched by the
he has three muses.
by the liquor drinks.
He has three muses, and we'll get into who it is later. But as far as genre goes, it's old gangster movies. Okay,
Old kung fu movies.
It's old kung fu movies and westerns.
Yeah.
That is clearly where he pulls. Even in the movies that are not westerns, you can see the cues of the western movie.
But even just the cinematography, like the way he uses his camera, like the way he moves the camera.
And Kill Bill,
or whoever does the camera.
Kill Bill is the movie where I was gonna talk about it earlier, but I'm gonna bring it up now. Sergio Leone, who is to me a top 3 to top 5 directors ever in the history of movies, didn't have a huge thing, but he made the Man with No Name trilogy, and to me, my second favorite movie ever is The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Sorry for mispronouncing that. Don't fire me in the comments. But there is every single moment of this movie, music cue wise and visual wise, is in Kill Bill. From the long stare downs to the back and forth eyes. And the fight scenes,
the close wide-eyed scenes of the eyes,
and the score that's not it's not like, okay, it is a good score, but it's not a musical score that you're like, oh, this sounds so great. It's kind of like an annoying sound, but it becomes and you're like, you just love it.
I know exactly what scene you're talking about. I know what scene you're talking about. But you know what? I have no complaints about any part of this movie, but that scene. Maybe just the way that they filmed it, but like I don't care what. You could have that movie on the perfect volume setting, either too low or too high,
and
or perfect. But like, the second that scene comes, you're like, what the fuck? Every single time I watch that the first Kill, I gotta lower it. I always lower it at that scene. I was like, what the fuck?
I can't believe you said that because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Literally, I always lower it at that scene because it's like,
but that's like his cue that he pulls from those movies.
And they're classic though. They're like.
If you've ever seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, if you haven't, sorry, there are stare down scenes in like, especially at the end, where it goes for like 3 minutes of just waiting. There's just tension and just a score that's building up, and it's like showing you somebody's gonna die now, and it gets so intense, and then boom, everybody's just
like someone's gonna get it, but like they drag it out.
The visuals in that movie, in the fight scene at the end with the Crazy 88s. Or the Crazy Eights, what are they?
Crazy 88s, yeah.
Okay? From the scene and the beginning where they're all fighting, and the blood is spraying everywhere and it's crazy, to the next scene where it's like a stage play scene with the blue background, and everybody who dies gets pulled off the set just like a play would, and then the more people come in. And that's crazy. And then it goes into the next scene where you're outside with the snow, and it's like everything is set up and the visuals are beautiful. Kill Bill is like where Quentin Tarantino realized the power he had as a director.
You know what I love about it too is like he uses the same kind of like anime gore. Even though it's a live action film, it's like the anime gore. And even when they show like the flashback,
the anime scene is like a perfect.
Honestly, it's my favorite part of the movie.
His anime part there is trying to set you up for that. Even though I'm gonna give you this anime scene now, and then I'm gonna take it away. This is what this movie is gonna be, but real life.
It's basically it's a live action anime. That's how I perceive it.
He pulled that from so many animes. He's a huge anime guy, like Akira. That's like. There's a lot of like beautiful moments. That animation is great too.
Ever since I saw that movie, I've always said he should do a full feature length anime film.
And I would like that because you know what? For him, he wants to do like 10 movies or whatever. But he could do that movie and not count it as one of his movies because technically it's an animated movie, so he's not like fully invested in.
Plus, you could do like a straight to freaking DVD kind of thing, or like a Netflix special.
Afro Samurai was there, and he did have a production role in Afro Samurai.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't make the movie or anything, but he overwitnessed it because RZA and him are buddies. Shout out to RZA, first of all, because I'm Wu-Tang for life, but
fucking for life.
The fact that when you listen,
my favorite director of Friends.
Let's just get this out of the way. Being such a huge Wu-Tang fan and a huge Tarantino fan, when I found out RZA was doing the soundtrack for fucking Kill Bill, I was like, oh, my life is over. My two greatest things ever came together and just fucked and like blew up.
I never even fucking knew that.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
No, I never knew that.
They fuck with each other.
That is, oh man. straight P and the V fucking friendship.
But no
but
gay.
No, not.
But we're not.
No
There's anything
homo.
wrong with that.
No homo. Not there's anything wrong.
with
Yeah, no, nothing wrong. Shout out to gay people.
But like
Do your thing, guys. Everybody should be happy.
But yo, so
yeah, man. Fuck, I never knew that. That's fucking dope, bro.
and this is Uma Thurman coming out of Pulp Fiction, getting her blowing up moment, kind of fading away, and then it's over. Uma Thurman is the greatest female hero of all time. Shut up, Wonder Woman. You fucking suck. No, you don't suck. Your Cordell's awesome, but
inspiration of women everywhere, but Uma Thurman.
So,
Kill that Bill, girl.
Kill that Bill. You know what I'm saying?
Kill that Bill, girl.
So clearly, at the end of this movie, she didn't kill Bill because we're gonna take a shot and we're gonna do volume 2.
Because there's 2 movies.
It's 2. Okay, so let's go, Jay Hennessy. If I puke, you guys get to see it. But
Still puking.
we just want to make you aware that we are drinking this bottle, but we did drink more alcohols before this.
It was pre-drinking.
And there's going to be post-drinking because I have a bottle over there and it's very full.
And you won't get to see it.
Maybe you will.
Maybe you will.
So Kill Bill Volume 2, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this movie is not as good as Kill Bill Volume 1.
No.
It's not.
It's great that it's like you get the climax, you get like the whole resolve, everything comes to a close, and like your questions are answered.
She had to kill 5 people. Was it 5 or 6?
Oraishi, fucking... What was the black laugh? Fucking... Cottonmouth. No, who wasn't Cottonmouth?
One-eyed bitch.
One-eyed bitch.
Old Rapey McRaperson.
Old Rapey McRaperson. Fucking Michael Madsen, who, come on, killed that role. Always does.
Yeah, because like this is what I'm saying about my Michael Madsen with Quentin Tarantino. Hold on.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 people.
How do you take Michael Madsen and make him into like a samurai, like or a ninja? Like how do you do that?
Not just that, but like he, in every time I watch the movie, and they're like, he's like, do you still have your how am I forgetting this?
The sword.
What's his name?
Hattori Hanzo.
Hattori Hanzo. He's like, do you still have your Hattori Hanzo sword? No, I hawked it. It's like. The fact that, like, even at some point, even if this was a real story...
But he didn't really.
But, no, but I mean, like, even if this was a real story, the fact that at some point in history, you got Hattori Hanzo, if he was a real person, you're like, Hattori, bro, I know, we're good friends, I'm Bill, I need you to make my friend a sword. And you're like, Bill, your friend's a piece of shit. Like, this guy's like a hillbilly redneck.
He's an overweight,
like if I make him a sword, it's gonna sit in his closet or he's gonna pawn it and lie about it. I don't know. Do I really gotta do this? I'm not gonna put a lot of effort in if I gotta do this. And long story short, fast forward.
Do you know what I did like though? I know how she made the journey to Japan and she got her sword made. Okay? Yeah. But when they see that she has a Hattori Hanzo sword and they're like, how? Because
he swore he would never do it again. Ha!
Because to take them down.
Exactly.
To fucking take them down, that's how.
Because you know what? Revenge is a powerful motherfucker, yo.
Listen, call Bubbles, he'll take care of your cats.
Fucking, yeah, I will.
Fucking big time.
Big time, man.
Alright, so, yeah, Kill Bill 2... It's still a good movie, obviously. Like,
no, it's great. Like I said, you get
let's get the boats on the road here. But it's a great movie. But compared to Kill Bill 1 and the gloriousness, this is why I divide them as not being one movie, because Kill Bill 1 would bring down Kill Bill 1 a little bit if there was one long movie. Also, no one's going to be able to sit through 4 hours of Kill Bill.
I mean, you would be able to.
You would be able to listen. You would sit through Kill Bill 1 part. Let's say if it was one thing. You get through the Kill Bill 1 part, you're like, wow, this is so awesome. I can't wait to keep watching it. You hit Kill Bill 2, you hit the 3-hour mark, there's still an hour to go. You're like, yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time. It's like every time I watch your fucking brother's gonna. No, it's like every time I watch like the extended Lord of the Rings, like I love it. I fucking love it. But shut up. But nothing's ever gonna be like the first time you watch it. The first time, dude, I sat through that 3.5 fucking hours. I was like,
guys, I'm gonna show it to you. There's only one trilogy.
It's not of the Rings. It's of the Jedi.
It's Captain America.
Get the fuck out of here! You go downstairs now.
Let's be real though. All things aside, there's only one trilogy, and it's the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. Okay.
I might be able to agree, but I can't. Tolkien owns my heart.
Listen, Lord of the Rings. You can lick my butthole. you made 3 good movies, but that's all you made. I don't want to hear about your extended
You
scenes.
guys, you know what? That's why. Because that's what it is. That's what it is right there. No, not even about the fact that there's extended scenes is like. Is like it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you're getting a BJ from the best stripper ever.
Okay, so
and then she takes the condom off. Shh. You know what I mean? That's what those extended scenes are like.
Okay,
but you're still not a stripper. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to Tolkien's universe, there's so much. There's much.
Let me have turn here.
But this is a whole other episode. I feel like.
Let me have turn here. Let me have turn here. Let me have turn.
We're gonna talk about Tolkien.
So, Lord of the Rings is like getting to have a great experience at the movies that you didn't want to have because you're like, this movie sucks.
You wanted to have it. It didn't suck.
Okay, no, shut. We're getting off this.
Exactly. So that's why I said this
Kill Bill 2, good movie, happy times. So now
great fight scenes.
Now we're gonna go into a movie that I also love. I like all these movies.
You love them all.
Let's just be realistic here. I might say down things about some of these movies, but realistically, there is not one bad Quentin Tarantino movie. Which I don't know. I'm not 100% what comes next. Is Inglourious Basterds next, or is it that stupid shithole of a movie, Death Proof?
It is Death Proof, but I thought that was Rob Zombie. I thought he was just like
there was
like
2 movies in Grindhouse.
There was Death Proof and
there was Planet Terror, which was actually surprisingly good.
That was the only. That's the only one. When it comes to Grindhouse, it's like I don't ever. I watched Death Proof maybe 1.5 times.
At this point, though,
I don't ever watch fucking Death Proof. Planet Terror.
Robert Rodriguez had slowly dipped down in his quality of movie making post Desperado.
Oh my god, I called him Rob Zombie in the beginning.
Oh my god, is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. Sorry. So to both of those people because they're both fucking
okay,
great.
hold on. Post Dusk Till Dawn, post Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico moments here. Ooh. He started to decline. He hit the Spy Kids moment. So you're thinking Tarantino's a god. And he's gonna make a movie with this guy, whatever. Planet Terror was actually like a good, fun watch. Okay? Death Proof is straight up trash. Listen to me.
The whole story?
If I can talk shit about one Quentin Tarantino movie, this is the one, because this movie sucks. This movie is garbage. I do never want to watch this movie again in my life, except for the fact that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is so stupidly hot that I just want to marry her forever. You're already thinking, who is that? It's a girl from Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
And I know what you're thinking now. Who is that? Because
it's the girl from Scott Pilgrim. If you're saying, who is that?
I know who that is. Wait, the main character? Like the one Scott Pilgrim?
It's the girl, yeah.
Okay. I know who she is.
It's the girl from The Thing, the remake. Well, it's not a remake. It's kind of a prequel.
Not that hot, but great actor. She's good.
She's hot. We'll look it up later and I'll prove to you how hot she is.
Everybody know what? Everybody's got their moments, man.
I like her giant. But you know what I mean? So... yeah, I'm just going to skip over this real fast and get to what is a glorious moment in cinema, the emergence of Christoph Waltz.
Okay, wait, no, we'll get to that, man.
We're skipping Death Proof.
Alright, but can we at least... you know what? We can't... Never mind.
Go tell him.
No, because I don't even remember the guy's name.
Who's the guy?
The guy who...
Kurt Russell.
There you go.
Guys, I know everything. I suck cinema dick.
He does suck cinema dick. That's for sure.
Follow me. Cinema dick thing.
Cinema dick sucker
thing.
.com.
.org.
.u.
.lmno.
.sucker.
.ca because it's Canada.
Yeah.
Show some love.
Canada. Okay. What's next? Okay, I know what's next.
Yeah, I know what's next too. Inglourious Basterds. The emergence of Christoph Waltz. The emergence of one of the greatest actors of the modern cinema.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that stop, man. Why are you shushing me? Is it because it's fucking past midnight?
Yeah, and there's neighbors, and there's Paula's, and there's cats.
If you guys have not seen Five for Talking, our hockey kind of podcast YouTube thing, Paula is a very, very colorful lady. We love her to death. We want her on more episodes.
But not this show.
But she would not approve of us yelling.
So my friend here, his name is
hour.
Jerome. He will keep it down now.
I'm not Jerome.
Oh, let's take this shot.
Jeremiah.
We are on a new movie. We made 2
movies.
We
never fucking took it.
So let me talk about Inglourious Basterds, Christopher Waltz. No, you know what? You don't talk enough. You tell him about Christopher Waltz. Because his name's Christoph.
No, just the fact that He's a huge German actor. He's very well known in Germany.
Yes, but before this movie, was
No
he
one
going
ever
anywhere
heard of him.
else?
After this movie was just like,
Is this
like
not
you said,
shocking?
Like you said, his debut.
Is this not shocking to you?
No, it's very shocking. Ever since day one.
Can I tell you
I
something
was like,
also?
who is this guy? Who is this guy? And then you kind of explained it to me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy, he's a brilliant actor.
I would
Sure,
just
most
like,
of you know by
can I-
now.
can I
You've
just-
seen him in a few movies. Like, he's great. And he's very underrated. And the fact that he's only been discovered in North America now is that's
Yeah,
what blows
'cause
my mind.
He's great in almost. You know what? He was even good in Green Hornet, which is not a good movie.
Oh my! Completely fucking forgot he was the bad guy in Green Hornet.
Of course, he's a bad guy. His name was something really stupid, like
don't remember.
Bludnovsky. His name was Bludnovsky.
Oh my god, that's so fucked. He was in Green Hornet.
But
The worst Seth Rogen movie ever made.
you know what? It's not that bad. I'm not gonna give it that much shit. I
No,
could
you're
watch
right.
it.
You're right.
I
You're
could
right.
fully watch it.
50-50 was way worse. 50-50 was way
It's not even that bad. But
No, it wasn't, but
You know
come
what?
on.
Okay. So, Inglourious Basterds is the first Quentin Tarantino movie I got to see in theaters, and it was an experience. Actually, you know what? I lied because I saw Death Proof, but I don't count that. That's burned from my memory. I will not own that movie in my
But-
Quentin Tarantino collection. Quentin
You know
Tarantino
what?
collection.
Look
It
at the
doesn't
bright
exist.
side. That's another thing we have in common. That's the first Quentin Tarantino movie I ever seen.
And it blew me away. Christoph Waltz is a master of his art, and I never don't want to see him in a Tarantino movie.
Every role I've ever seen him in, besides Green Hornet, because I forgot about it.
Hatefully, why wouldn't you put him in that, you dude, man?
Just like you fall in love with the guy.
Yo, he's so good.
Well,
He's a
you fall in love
Nazi, and
with
I want to
the
be
guy.
his friend.
You know what I mean? Just the way he talks, you're like, this is.
Listen, this is one moment that my brother mentioned to me, and I want you to remember this, because I know you've obviously watched this recently. You've probably seen this movie large time. When they're in the house, and he's looking for the Jews, and they're underneath the floorboard in the French thing, and the guy pulls out his pipe and smokes it, and then he pulls out a bigger pipe.
That's my favorite scene in the whole movie. Let me smoke my pipe. Oh, you want to smoke your corncob pipe? Let me be a total Nazi dick and pull out my fucking, like, hold on a second.
Let me pull out my Gandalf
My
pipe.
fucking, no, not even Gandalf. Gandalf did not even have a pipe as serious as Christoph Waltz did.
Christoph Waltz's pipe is so
fucking
big that he
Inglourious
needs a
Basterds.
wand and like a Linguardian Leviosa to light it at the end. He's like, oh my god, you just Ferris Bueller all over my face. I made that movie. It's called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She's definitely off.
Ferris Bueller's Day
Ferris.
Fourth.
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
So I Ferris Bueller all over my own face during that movie. But there's a scene. I watch it and I forget. And at the time you're watching, you don't think about it because another great actor from nowadays movies. What the hell's his name from X-Men?
The one who plays Vision?
Michael Fassbender. No, Michael Fassbender. The guy from Vision is the guy who plays the priest in Da Vinci Code. Nito. He's in the bar scene. The bar scene with Diane Kruger as the fake Nazis who do the three and they do it
That's
wrong.
the wrong three, yeah. He's the British spy.
Right? What's the regular three? This is their three.
The German three.
Yes, and he does this
He
three.
has like three glasses.
So, anyways,
Hey, if you're a spy, come on.
That's
man.
crazy,
That's,
but
that's,
this is what I'm gonna
that's
tell you.
day one shit.
you were talking about how Christoph Waltz is a huge German actor before he got here, and Diane Kruger had been in American movies, obviously, but she's more prominent in the French movie scene, even though she's German, I believe, but she speaks French, and in the French movie scene, she's huge. But this movie made her branch off in all kinds of ways in the American scene, and she's great in this movie. Even Brad Pitt is great in this movie. One of my most memorable moments of this movie is, we're gonna go, I'm bringing ham. And they're like, why? Because he speaks the most Italian. And he speaks the second most
How does he
Italian.
get any Italian? Exactly. Second most. Second best.
No, he's like, I'm going because I speak the second most Italian, and you're going because you speak the third most Italian. He's like, I don't speak any Italian. He's like, that's exactly what you're going.
Exactly.
He's like,
Third
yes,
best.
you see. That guy's the best part.
I just love when they're actually in the theater and he's the one that does the name perfect. He's like, I want to hear the music in it. I want to, like speak Italian.
But that's it. And that movie's great. We're gonna try and get through this faster. So on to the next movie.
What's the next one after that?
Django.
Is that the last one he did?
No, Hateful Eight.
This is gonna suck. I'm getting drunk. I've been drunk.
So I want to talk Django.
Oh.
I don't want anyone to come out of this and think that, oh, he doesn't like this because he's a racisticizer. No. I like Django, but Django is one of my lesser Tarantino movies, and I'm going to tell you why right now. Because the lead character, Tarantino movies are based on dialogue, witty dialogue. So you have Christoph Waltz in the beginning, you have a little bit of Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio towards the end of this. But the main character that we're supposed to fall in love with has no personality, nothing. And he also doesn't talk barely at all for the whole movie. And a guy who bases his movies on the dialogue, the reason you love these characters, Samuel L. Jackson, everyone, because of dialogue. Everyone else in this movie, you're like, yeah, I love them, dialogue. But the main character you're supposed to have this emotion for, you don't, because you don't give a shit that he's there.
But he kind of progresses them like really fast.
They play Tupac. This
did.
movie is from 1820. Don't give me that shit.
No, the score was. I like. You know what? I'm not gonna even Rick.
I'm not wrong because I'm on my gear.
Even Rick Ross got a song, and fucking Ricky Rose got a song.
That Rick Ross Jay-Z song, I actually like that song.
But it was like for the scenes, like it was good. Like even like when you watch like Black Panther, man, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
but Black Panther is based in 2018.
I get it, but still, man, you know, I'm not okay. I'm like fuck, cause we're white, so we're always gonna look like racist fucking assholes. But no, it was a movie that like it was not to like appeal to just black people, but like, you know, it was very empowering to African Americans.
It was overly
like you're watching a black slave get his revenge.
I get it.
Get
okay, his fucking. Let me chime in on this. I get that, and I'm okay with this.
It's awesome.
At the same time though, like being someone who at least I consider not being a racist at all. Growing up in Toronto, the most multicultural city probably in the history of the universe, it was too racist for me.
Don't pull a fucking. Oh my god! Like, you know what?
It was too far.
I'm sure everybody's seen the movie.
Listen, no, but wait.
Everybody's seen it. But like, come on.
Can I finish though?
Okay,
let me finish.
Right.
It's not too racist to the point that I'm like, oh my god, it's too racist. It's too racist to the point that it's not. It stopped being about his power and him fighting back against the oppressors. It started just becoming, I'm just being racist for the sake of being racist, just to be shock factor, and the shock factor didn't work for me.
That's what I was gonna say at the beginning, because like I'm not gonna like it. It's weird to see the character Django go from he was a slave. He was a slave. He even says it himself. Like,
but
the
opening scene of that movie is wonderful.
But still, he's like,
hello, I'm looking for the Johnson brothers.
He's like a black slaver is a very low position. You know what I mean? And like,
no, but
for him to go from somebody that like you said, like he doesn't seem like he seems kind of out of place.
Yes,
and, like he goes from a slave. Somebody who's been oppressed his whole life, not educated.
I agree.
And then he goes from like that to like a really good actor. Technically a really good actor, because like look, he goes from that
but he didn't
to playing a black slave. And he played a really
nothing
good.
In this movie gave Jamie Foxx anything to work with. He didn't have much dialogue. He didn't have much front. Every scene he was in, he's not the main focus. It's everybody else.
Christoph Waltz was a lot in the scene that he was alive in.
I felt the power of his. I'm gonna kill the oppressors and the people who hurt me. I'm gonna kill everybody. I felt that. The side racism thing of it, like the dialogue and the thing, I get it, that's a real thing that happened, but I feel like Quentin Tarantino pushed it not just to the limit, but past the limit for shock factor, and it didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. And not that this movie's bad, because this movie's a great movie. I would give it over an 8 out of 10.
It worked for a lot of people.
But out of Quentin Tarantino movies, it's lower for me, because the Western aspect of it is not there for me. Now, he tried to make, I know it's a revenge movie, but the Western aspect of it is not there. The acting aspect of it is there, but not from the main character. And the overall dialogue is just like, it's too much. Instead of giving us really meaningful dialogue like we get at the beginning between Christoph Waltz and Django, and throughout, it became just this overly racist movie that just kept pushing it. And then by the end, you're just like, yeah, whatever. And then he does at the end when he massacres everyone. I was like, yeah, I'm back on board.
That's where everybody.
But it got too far. Like you're in Candyland with the guy, and you're like, I didn't care anymore. I was like, I just don't care.
Look, I'll never say that QT ever sold out because he didn't. But like, if there was ever a movie that came close to it, you're right. It is Django. He adhered to more of the.
I agree with you.
Like the time he adhered to the times more. You know,
I agree with you.
He did what people would have wanted to see, probably more than what he would have.
Can I tell you something? You put it in the exact words. That's better. If you ever had a movie by Tarantino that he sold out, it was this one.
Yeah.
Because,
but even then, he didn't fully. You know, okay, so just a little bit more than he probably would.
Let's prepare for this last movie here. We won't kill this.
Which was great. No, we should actually.
We got one. We got to do the list.
Wait, is there one more after anything?
No, there's just. I'll let you chug this for the list.
All right.
But so we're here at Hateful Eight, where he finally did the Western movie, and he finally did the Western movie right. This is where it was right.
Before you go off, can I just say...
Okay, wait, before you... let me finish this. How you just said he sold out, he came back with this movie and fully
Thank you. This is why... I'm sorry, this is why we do Flick You. Because me and John fucking get each other. I was just going to say...
This is the moment when
his sellout,
he was like, I can't do this again.
You know what I mean? Because when he did Hateful Eight... It was like the whole
this
time.
Was back to Quentin.
Thank you. The whole time watching that movie, I'm like, bro, this is fucking Quentin. This is one very detailed backdrop that we're gonna stay in for the next hour and a half.
Okay, hold on. Let me cut you off there. This is one detailed backdrop. We're gonna stay in for like 17 hours.
You're right. I kind of undersold it.
This was his remaking.
Of Reservoir Dogs.
Oh my god, holy shit. Of Reservoir Dogs. This is where he was like, I'm gonna remake the movie. I'm gonna go back to my roots and give what I really love because Django wasn't what I wanted to do.
Because even though everybody's story wasn't connected, it was everybody. Yes. It was everybody after their big showdown. You know what I mean? It's like this is. I would like. What was the name of the place? Fucking terrible at this.
I don't know. Fucking the girls thing.
Whatever the fuck. The inn where they stay is like that's where everybody comes.
This is my
after
thing.
Their
let
big
me get
job.
this.
Like after their big heist to fucking cool down.
He realized that he went full like I'm gonna restate this again. Django is not a bad movie. Django is a great movie, and I love Django. I fucking love Django. But if we're gonna, the reason I'm getting so deep about this is because we're comparing Tarantino movies to Tarantino movies, and this is where it lies for me.
Yeah.
And he realized what he did was he went full sellout. He's never been a guy that's going to use Rick Ross songs or Tupac songs in a movie.
Exactly.
He had RZA as a producer. That's like as dirty, grimy as a realness as it gets. To go to that was like
realistically, it's like Johnny Cash and fucking
it's like making a video. Making a movie and dropping Johnny Cash songs, and then the next video you're dropping
freaking Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I don't want to hear antic. But and then he realized that, and he's like, "Okay, you know what I need to do to fix this? I'm gonna go back to my roots, my Sergio Leone, Kill Bill style. I'm gonna take his cues. My westerns are what I do. That's what I want to make a true western because Django wasn't a true western. I'm gonna make a true western." But I'm going to make it in a style of claustrophobia, like The Shining or something. And I'm going to cram it in there. And I'm going to bring back my Reservoir Dogs style. And Kurt Russell's dope in it. Jennifer Jason Leigh as the girl is dope. Okay. No one is better than Samuel L. Jackson in that movie. But
she's the runner-up.
Yeah,
she's my second favorite.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
But Samuel L. Jackson blew my mind. Even the guy Christopher, I don't know if it's Chris Marsden. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on his name. The guy who gets in after and his dad and him didn't like each other. He gets into the stagecoach.
I know what you're talking. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That guy.
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
He plays that role. That kind of like. Fuck! I can't even explain.
I know his name. That's the saddest part. I know his name.
He's in a lot of shit. He's in a lot of bit parts. Or like co-star parts.
He's like that. The acting in that movie is to take Kurt Russell, a guy that nobody's cared about for 10 years, because you put him in a movie and you made him look like a fucking idiot, and then you were like, you know what, I got your back, don't worry. It's Walton Goggins.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
I knew it too.
Tim Roth is good in that movie too, in that role. Oh my god, Tim Roth. We need more Tim Roth. That's what I'm saying. How he went back to that roots of thing. He brought Tim Roth back because he was like, you know what? To give it that feel of Reservoir Dogs and that feeling of it's all tension. Tension until
even going back to like Inglourious Bastards, right? Like even with Tim Roth's role in that was one of my favorite roles, the fucking bear Jew, right? Like he always gives them good parts.
We know we're gonna get a 60s Tarantino movie, the next one. It's based in the 60s with the Manson murders. Charles Manson, yeah, that's what the next one is. And then he is that's his 9th. Then he's working on he's gonna do the Star Trek movie, which I'm pretty psyched for. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I like the new 3 movies, and I'm to have him work on it with J.J. Abrams. To put Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams in a room together, let's start sucking. You know what I mean? That's like cinephile like jizz fucking paper.
Jizmoo, man.
Jizmoo.
Jew fucking Jizmoo.
We would like to see an anime from him, clearly.
Just after Kill
I would like to see a murder mystery. Like Clue or something.
Like an LA noir kind of like,
you know how like,
I mean?
Like
who murdered?
You know Clue, they're all trapped in the house. Have you ever seen Clue? Okay,
exactly how Clue is.
And
board game.
and Clue ends like 40 minutes into the movie and you're like, what happened? And then it's like, no, this is the way it happened this way. And it shows you like 5 multiple endings and you're like, you decide
how many times has that been done in TV or movies?
But I think he would score this. After watching Hateful Eight, Hateful Eight's a great movie.
Because he's good at putting people in one fucking room together.
And making them talk. And listen,
this
is a thing that for 5 or 6, maybe even 7 movies that Kevin Smith did greatly with the Clerks and everything. And you might think it's silly or stupid, Jay and Silent Bob, whatever, but the dialogue was there. The emotion was there. The characters were there. You loved these people. And then he fell off the map. Kevin Smith needs to have his resurgence moment. Like, obviously, he's no Tarantino, but he is someone I put in a class with Tarantino for being able to put people that don't matter in the world into a room and making you be like, wow, I'm there. This is like something happening, you know?
Yeah.
And okay, so Hateful Eight, great movie. Let's take this shot. Let's drop our list. For me, I'll do my list. You do your list.
Before we do this list, I feel like we know what both of our number ones are going to be. But excluding that, let's hear your list.
All right. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. Number 2, Kill Bill Volume 1. Number 3, Inglourious Bastards. Number 4, Reservoir Dogs. Number 5, Hateful Eight. Number 6,
Jackie Brown.
No, what's the other one? Kill Bill Volume 2.
Nah.
Number 7, Django. Number 8, Jackie Brown. And then if you want to throw a quick 9 in, it's True Romance.
My list is not far off from yours. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. Number 2, it's hard for me between Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill, number 1, but I'd probably say Kill Bill, then Reservoir Dogs, then Django. I really like Django.
It's okay. You're allowed to like it.
But despite anything that I had bad to say about it, like
none of his movies are bad.
But not just that. It's just a very satisfying movie. You know what I mean?
Let's just put that out
there. I'm not even African, and like the fact that like there's just so much revenge. I love it. I fucking love it.
Like I told you, when it hits the ending, you're like, yes.
I love that shit.
Okay,
continue. Even when anyway.
Continue.
Hateful Eight, definitely next. Kill Bill Volume 2. I'll say Jackie Brown because you know what? Like, from what I do remember, Jackie Brown is a good movie. It's alright. It's decent. You know what I mean? I gotta watch it again. I gotta appreciate it more. I've only watched it once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I agree with you on the fact that like a lot of movies you gotta watch at least 2 or 3 times.
I'm so stupidly drunk. You said Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill.
Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill 2,
Django,
Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
No, not Jackie Brown. At least Kill Bill 2,
yeah.
And then Jackie Brown. And then I'll go...
Inglourious Bastards? That low?
As much as I love World War II movies... Okay, no, you know what? I'm pretty drunk, guys. But Jackie Brown and Inglourious Bastards... They're interchangeable. I'll rank them at the same, but I'll put Jackie Brown at the bottom.
You might be also thinking why Death Proof hasn't been in none of our lists.
I'm not putting it on my list.
Not on my list.
Thank you. I'm not putting it on my list. I'm sorry. I'm not going to put that on my list because like it's not Quentin. know what I mean? Like, it was a double feature. It was a Robert Rodriguez film. It was a double feature. He lended a great hand. But you know what? What proves my point even more is the cameo that he made. Was it in Death Proof or was it in Planet Terror?
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Fergie was in Planet
Quentin Tarantino always makes a cameo in every single one of his fucking movies
my
because
dude.
he's that much of a boss. But you know what? What did he do? He didn't even put himself in his worst movie. He put himself in Robert Rodriguez's worst movie.
And Robert Rodriguez had Fergie, and that's all that matters because Fergie was hot at that time. But now her London Bridge has fallen down
Because she fucked out that American anthem.
All right, so guys, thank you for watching Flick You. That was our Quentin Tarantino episode. We got real drunk and talked some shit. Our next episode's gonna be about the Marvel Universe, and we're gonna try to drop it right before Captain America. So there's not much left in there, but we got bottles. I got bottles.
We're gonna try.
Okay.
No, we gotta share some back.
I don't understand what this guy's doing, but remember, like, subscribe, leave a comment,
hit all that shit in
and
the
go
bottom
flick
there.
yourself.
Flick you guys, because we're gonna flick ourselves. Not gay or anything.